Thanks for making the time to take the self-awareness stumbling block quiz. Your quiz results and the report are being created as we speak and should be hitting your email inbox in about 30 minutes. In the meantime, let's talk about your results. Hi, I'm Thomas Miller, quantum breakthrough teacher, fitness and nutrition expert, certified, and the creator of this assessment. Now, based on the information you shared and the little I know about you and your situation, your lack of self-awareness is definitely sabotaging your weight loss. And the best way to change the unconscious behaviors that are blocking you from losing the weight and keeping it off for good is to raise your self-awareness. And the best way to raise your self-awareness is by addressing your biggest self-awareness stumbling block, which, based on the little I know about you, is most likely PMD, which stands for present moment distraction. Now, what that means is that your low presence in the present moment will make it nearly impossible for you, or your low self-awareness because of that low presence will make it really hard to lose weight, because when you're not aware, your body starts running on autopilot and the same habits keep coming back. I call being fully present in the moment now being. Eckhart Tolle calls it conscious. Other experts call it presence, mindfulness, and stillness. Now, whatever you call it, present moment distraction is preventing you from making self-aware decisions about your health and your life. Now, before you get mad at me, consciously, you aren't always distracted, and you probably show up when you say you will, so you're physically there, but if I'm right about you, your thoughts and awareness are someplace else, somewhere else. And if you look more closely, maybe some of this resonates. You're worrying about something that hasn't even happened yet, or regretting something that happened in the past while you're trying to get something else done. Or while talking to a friend or coworker, your mind is on what you're going to make later for dinner. You think about negative past events that trigger feelings that have nothing to do with what's happening in the present moment. Or when you have a goal or intention, you spend time thinking about past failures when you try something similar, and you get this feeling from the past, and it prevents you from taking action in the present. And there's an incessant ongoing stream of chatter that's going on in your head almost all the time. I call this mind clutter, and in some cases, mind chaos. Now, being out of touch with now being, the present moment, prevents you from being self-aware right now, which means your unconscious programs start running on autopilot. So you start feeling like you're basically sleepwalking through life. But the most prevalent symptom is the never-ending mind chatter. It's going on in your head, and it has nothing to do with what you're actually trying to get done, or who you're actually trying to focus on. Now, this chatter can be as simple as, I need to go to the grocery store before I go home, or as complex as, I wonder why Betty hasn't texted me back yet. I wonder if I did something to upset her. Then your mind starts chattering away about different things you could have done. Now, none of this chatter, these mind distractions, has anything to do with the conversation you're having with your child about homework. It's just going on and on, distracting you from the present moment. So this unconscious now being roadblock can show up in self-sabotaging habits, like eating foods you didn't plan to eat because you weren't mindful at the time, distracted by thoughts, or indulging in a dessert because you didn't want to upset the person who offered it to you, or skipping your workout because a friend or family member needed to talk to you. And your whole time you're distracted by this mind chatter and wondering, why did I slip again? And it becomes hard to break the cycle, hard cycle to break. And at the end of the day, you're asking yourself, why did I do that again? Here's the deal. Every human has self-awareness roadblocks and unconscious behavior patterns. Usually they're the result of a painful event or series of painful events that happen in our childhood. And the first step of dealing with these unconscious programs is becoming more self-aware. Because when we are distracted by our thoughts all the time, it's nearly impossible to make self-aware decisions that align with our goals, what we truly want, your true intentions. So you just wind up going with the flow instead of standing by what you intended to do. And you're constantly distracted by the brain chatter, wondering what other people are thinking about you. Now, being aware of yourself is not possible if your mind is busy worrying about what everyone else is thinking, or whether or not what you say will or do will upset them. So the lower your level of, I would say the more your mind's chattering, the less self-aware you are. And low self-awareness definitely sabotages weight loss, but research shows that it shows up in other areas of your life too, like your relationships, your work, your finances. I mean, your overall attitude towards life. And here's the thing, the impact of these unconscious decisions and the power of the subconscious patterns get greater over time. So not only do you miss out on achieving your health and weight loss goals, but you also miss out on showing up as your authentic self, since your unconscious patterns are running the show on autopilot. This means trying diet program after diet program, workout after workout, and dropping off and wondering, how did I do that again? And this is a yo-yo pattern. So you lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight. And this makes your hormones get out of whack. Your hormones. Now we're switching, making it physiologically harder to lose the weight. After several years of this, weight going up and down, losing it, gaining it, metabolic syndrome kicks in, aka insulin resistance. Now this is a physical symptom and problem. So now you have your unconscious patterns and low self-awareness working against you, and you have metabolic syndrome. And if you're over 40, it probably feels like it's impossible to lose weight when these things are working together. Again, I only know the small amount of info I gained from your assessment, but I do know the science behind your body's metabolic processes and the science behind the unconscious behaviors when self-awareness is low. Thankfully, there is a solution. There are some practical and achievable steps you can take to get past the self-awareness roadblocks that are holding you back, and there's a scientifically proven method to fix your hormones so your body regains its natural ability to burn fat for energy again. But before we go on, I want to make a couple things clear. First, you are not alone. Most people who are struggling with their weight are also struggling with a lack of self-awareness and some degree of metabolic syndrome. Second, even if you solve the weight loss and metabolic syndrome problem, your results won't last unless you get past the self-awareness roadblocks and have a shift in your mindset, attitude, and unconscious beliefs. And everyone has self-awareness roadblocks. In fact, there are 4 primary self-awareness roadblocks that most people have. Now, even though there's often just one dominant blocker, it is important to knock down all 4, because after you break down all 4 roadblocks, your self-awareness will be an asset instead of an issue. So that's part 1 of your solution. Next, fixing your metabolism. Now, funny thing, most people think that they need to lose weight in order to get healthy, but science has proven it's the other way around. We have to get healthy before we can lose the weight. And that means getting your metabolic hormones healthy again. Science has also proven that intermittent fasting can fix your hormones. Now, not just any type of intermittent fasting, but the intermittent fasting schedule, durations, and macros that work for you. Science has proven that done correctly, intermittent fasting lowers insulin resistance, so your body becomes healthy and able to burn fat again. Awesome. Now you might be wondering, how do I know what those 4 self-awareness roadblocks are? And more importantly, how do I know how to eliminate them so I can stop repeating the same negative behaviors and start new healthy habits with an increased level of self-awareness? And you're probably also wondering, how do I fix my hormones so my body can start burning fat normally again? So I fix the physiological problem as well, so I can lose that weight and keep it off. Well, those 2 problems, and guess what? This is what I do every day, all day. I help people of all ages and all stages of life bust through their self-awareness roadblocks and repair their metabolic hormones at the same time. And I just so happen to have a step-by-step live workshop coming up on just how to do it. And because you made the time to take this assessment and tell me a little bit about you and your situation, I'd love to hook you up with a VIP access pass to register for the workshop. Now, it usually costs participants $199, but you can attend for free if you want. Seriously, your VIP access pass allows you to choose what you pay, and if you choose free, that's okay with me, as long as you show up and get the goods. In my self-awareness breakthrough workshop, I cover all 4 of those unconscious self-awareness roadblocks and the exact process to put an end to the unconscious behaviors that are likely sabotaging your weight loss results and other areas of your life. You'll also discover the GH Fast Advantage, a unique and personalized approach that combines intermittent fasting and strength training to repair your metabolic hormones so you can burn fat for energy like a normal person again. Basically, you get your body healthy and lose the weight without dieting, without pills, for good this time. So say bye-bye to metabolic syndrome. Say bye-bye to self-awareness roadblocks. Bye-bye. Because attending this workshop will immediately shift you towards the healthy mind, body, and metabolism, and the body you get to keep for the rest of your life. It's a 2-in-1 workshop, 2 for the price of 1, and you have a VIP access pass with your name on it. Now, the only catch is this. In order to claim your VIP access pass, you must go ahead and do so right now while you're on this page and before that countdown timer goes to 0. So go ahead and do this right now while you're on this page and while you're thinking about it. Just simply click the button below to claim your VIP access pass and get registered for the live workshop. It'll be interactive, me, you, and a few other people, and it will change your life.